Hey, Inspired Tribe. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Live Inspired Livestream here on the Inspired channel. We're healthy, we're wealthy, we're whole, we're free, we're excited. It is Wednesday, November 25th, 2020. And this is Livestream number 113. Just want to let you guys know 113 times have we met here and connected, talked, sometimes laughed, sometimes even cried some tears, expanded, inspired, gone deep, gone on the fun side of things. It's always exciting to be here. Hey, Siobhan. I don't know if any one of you speaks Japanese or has figured out today's title. We'll dive into that in just a minute here. Please, when you jump on, hit the like button. This one. And before we go into today's topic, before we even reveal what today's topic is, I'll just say this. In all of my studying and in having had the amazing honor and pleasure to study with some of the greatest teachers and read, meet, experience, meditate, learn, all of those things, I noticed at the end of the day, it's really one principle that is at the basis of it all, and masters and teachers all across the planet throughout history have simply found thousands of ways to convey this one message, and that's what we're going to dive into today. Before we do that, let's give some time for everyone to jump on to join us. Hey, Agnieszka, good to see you. And let's breathe a little. Let's bring a little attention to this beautiful heart space here. Right here. We're going to breathe into it because the message that we're going to talk about today, this most important principle, actually requires us to do this. Okay, so if you remember, the heart space, this is the solar plexus, the spiritual center. We can't say this often enough. We need to open this up. We need to bring light into it. We need to let it shine. Hey, Lindsay, good to see you. Let it shine. Let's do that together in really simple ways. We're going to take a few very deep breaths together for about a minute or so. And I just want you to focus while we're breathing. Focus on, it's getting brighter and brighter. Focus, I'm going to actually set a timer right here. Let me see. I'm going to set a timer for a minute, guys. And I just want you to breathe with me for a minute and take really deep breaths. And just with every breath that you take, imagine there's a big window. And just open it up and breathe the air, breathe the light in and expand it throughout your body. Really simple. Now we're going to breathe and we're going to accelerate the tempo. So just close your eyes, let go of the screen, let go of the keyboard, let go of everything. And just breathe with me here. Just follow the rhythm and allow yourself to shift. Ready, steady, go. Congratulations. Thank you for joining me. Beautiful shift. You can probably feel the heat. You can probably feel the shift. And as we always say, we breathe to thrive, not to survive, guys. We breathe to thrive, not to survive. Hey, Emma, hey, Debbie, hey, Lindsay, Siobhan, Agnieszka, everyone who's watching, thank you for joining us today. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone. Early Thanksgiving. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving. Yes, 1 minute is very quick, and I mean you can do this for as long as you want. What we want to show you is with this 1 minute how fast you can shift. It doesn't take 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and people say, "Oh, I'm at work, I can't do that. I'm there." 1 minute, come on. Everyone is 1 minute. You can even go down to 45 seconds, and you'll still be able to do that. So, first of all, let me say happy Thanksgiving from Christine and I from the Inspired channel, the Inspired Tribe. Thanksgiving is a very, very beautiful, beautiful celebration if you think of the history. But if you just think of the general feeling of gratitude, it's something that I start my day with every day. As soon as I awaken, even before I open my eyes, I give thanks, I connect with the Creator. I thank for everything that comes to mind, which usually, of course, includes my family, includes the tribe, and includes the beautiful things that are important to me at that time. This year, I'm especially grateful for the upheaval and for the chaos that's presenting itself to us on the planet, because I know we created it. I know we needed it. I know there's really, really good, a lot of good coming from it. It might not look like that. It might not look like it right now, but it will. And it is in the process of transformation. And that we're really thankful for. We've been waiting for this. We've been co-creating this. We've been hoping for this. And as always, we don't know the exact form of how things play out, but we're just excited that they are now playing out. So without further ado, let's dive into today's topic. I put it in Japanese just because Donna is tuning in from San Diego. That's nice. Hey, Donna. Hi to Callie. So today's topic, I put it in Japanese, sometimes a little mystery, but that's really the Japanese word for unity. And we're talking about a special kind of unity here. Of course, we think of unity as being a family or being a human family united. And that's the product of what we're going to talk about. But there's really one thing that's at the basis of all teachings, and it took years, maybe even decades, to really realize that. Because as most people do, when they begin to realize that there is something more than 9 to 5 and something more than this projected reality that we were taught growing up, people quickly realize, okay, now there's more to it. There's a higher power to it. I'm a co-creator, right? Then they learn about manifesting and what that means. And then it's usually this, how do I get this? How do I get that? How do I create this in my life? How do I track this in my reality? And these are all outcome-based thoughts. And whether you realize it or not, what it really means is I want to have certain things that come to me so I can then feel better. Let me see. Oh, someone just joined us as a member. Good to see you. Hey, Lamiz Saban. That's a beautiful name. Thank you so much for joining us. And what we want is to have the outcome, the manifestation, the thing, the relationship, the money, the house, the car, the vacation, the bank account, so we can feel a certain way. And this sets us on a journey that is full of disappointments is a hard word, but it sets us out on a journey where we can't find fulfillment. And this brings us back to today's topic, which is unity, which is at the basis of it all. And this is why when you join our membership or you join our courses, Christine and I don't really teach how to manifest stuff. We don't really talk about that a lot. We don't really say, listen, here are the 3 steps. And if you do that, you can manifest anything into your life. Now, we know we can. We know we can create our own reality. We know we do that. But what is at the basis? And what does this unity mean? It means that we're multidimensional beings and we're multifaceted beings. At the most primitive level of human understanding, we perceive ourselves as physical bodies, right? But that's that's the smallest and the shortest part of our experience, right? Because we are in physical bodies for a very limited time compared to infinity, which we are at the core. But in our physical reality, we are so taught, so for such a long time, it's kind of hammered into us that we should make decisions based solely from the mind, solely from the brain power. And if we take decisions solely with and live our lives like that, it's a very analytical adventure. It isn't very fulfilling. Now, then you learn that, the heart is very powerful. So we should make decisions solely from the heart, which turns our lives sometimes into a very foolish experience. We might become fools if we only ever use the heart and nothing else. And then there's another level in this experience, and that's what we call the gut decisions. But in the gut, if you just remember feelings of anxiety, feelings of fear, of stress, they're all in the gut, right? So when we decide from that place, we make fearful decisions, which is not good either. So let's bring this into a more harmonious picture now. What is the best way to go? The best way to go is to find a place of balance in our lives and unity, body, mind, spirit. Have a unison experience of life. That's at the core of all of our teachings. And if you study all the great teachings in history, if you study all the great masters, if you study all the great teachers, that's at the core. How do you find that God connectivity, that balance where everything is aligned? Alignment, you've heard this word so many times. Balance, you've heard it so many times. But that's at the basis, not just of a fulfilled life, but of a purposeful life. Because when you live in balance, you don't live an outcome-oriented life. You live a present moment-oriented life. You live a feeling in the present moment kind of life. And when you're in this place of balance, everything that you experience is authentic. It feels authentic. You feel the purpose because you have this connected feeling. And so what we teach most of all, more than anything, is how to get into that state where you feel balanced and aligned. Now, we have to say this. If there's an emphasis on one of these parts, if you put too much attention on the body, you're going to be out of balance. If you put too much attention on the intellect, you're going to be out of balance. If you put too much emphasis on the emotions, you're out of balance. It is about finding alignment. And how does that feel? How do we know this? And what's the easiest way to get there? The easiest way to get into that state is, of course, meditation. I mean, every teacher will tell you this, but meditation can be, / prayer, / nature, / quieting your mind, / present momentness. Meditation isn't just a lotus position and going into different spheres. It means that you begin to bring all of your experience, your mind, your body, your spirit, everything to the now. Nothing drifts off, nothing shifts away. And once you start to practice that, meditation is the easiest way because you close your eyes. You don't rely solely on your senses anymore. You bring your attention inward. And this happens naturally. Falling out of balance requires some kind of efforting. Because really, when we don't effort into distraction, when we don't effort into hard work, when we don't effort into what's happened so harshly almost, we realize that balance is the most natural state. How do we know that? Look at children. What do children do? If they're left, if they're in a space where they can play, express themselves, especially out in nature, they always steer towards that balanced place where they feel really good. It's a feeling good thing. You will see adults that will go out of their way to feel bad. They will go out of their way. They will watch horror movies, or they will, talk about topics all the time that don't bring them clarity or pleasure or even interest. They gossip and it doesn't make them feel good. And they look back in time into the past and it doesn't make them feel good. Children simply don't do that. Children look for the best possible feeling every moment. They look around them. Small children will be out and sit in the grass. They will look for something to admire, look for something to observe. A bird, a bug, a leaf, a tree, the sky, a butterfly, anything that brings joy to their experience. And automatically they're in a balanced state. So this unity is really body, mind, spirit, creator, that unity. And if that isn't the most important part of your life, you are going to continue to effort into decisions and effort into life experience and effort into manifestations, effort into new stuff. And that's really, if you know, not to toot my own horn, but one thing that I realized throughout the years and have developed is a superpower. It's one superpower. To be really able to access that state or remain in that state under what, you know, pressure or challenges on the outside, you know, something that people might perceive as a big problem on the outside. That's my superpower. I developed that as a superpower, to be fully aligned and present even when facing something like a big challenge on the outside. And that's another misconception. Aligned and balanced people don't face challenges. If you face a challenge, you're not spiritually aligned. You're not awake. You're not enlightened. Because people that are not enlightened, you know, that are enlightened can't face challenges. Go ask Jesus. Go ask Jesus how that worked out for him, because it's not the truth. Enlightened, awake, balanced people perceive challenges completely different than people who live in the gut. People who live in the gut experience this as a stress, fear, panic, death, life or death situation. If you are in a balanced state, you experience it as just that, another experience that A, you know, will pass. B, presents itself to you to show you something, teach you something, give you something. And C usually turns out way better than you think anyway. So this unity thing is at the core of everything. And that's why even if you listen to most of the Abraham Hicks segments, even if you listen to the EUCY recordings, if you listen to whoever, it only appears to be about teaching you how to manifest stuff. That's really not important. That's not what this is really about. It's about teaching you how to get into that state. So when you are in that state, you become to vibrate naturally higher. And when you vibrate higher, then your experience begins to mirror that to you more and more often. And that's the secret of this all. It's getting into that state and feeling the feeling of things. And that's why you're here. And then your physical experience will mirror that. Now, will it mirror that 24/7? No, because you're not in that state 24/7 either. But that's it. It's the unity part of things that allows us to thrive in life, that allows us to become clearer. And then magic begins to happen also in other ways, because you perceive these genius ideas that, you know, big inventors had. Genius ideas, things that maybe weren't even there before as a thought. Because once you enter this state of balance and unity, you're also connected to the all that is field, to this quantum field. And when you're playing in that field, it's a whole different league. That's the big league. That's the big stuff. And in that, pretty much everything that you thought, every idea that you had as a human being, when you then look at it as a creator being, as a non-physical, as a spiritual being, you look at those things and you all of a sudden realize everything is way different, way bigger, way more connected, way more intertwined than you ever thought it to be. And you also begin to realize that what happened to you on October 17th, 1999 is really connected to what's happening to you this morning. And there's a direct connection between the two. Every second, every minute, everything is your life story in an infinite number of dots connected and making sense. And the more united you are within you, the more you begin to feel that. The more you begin to feel that the most mundane thing, picking up a glass, taking just a drink of water, and doing that can become a profound experience, can become a life-changing experience. That's the state we encourage you to get into more and more often. Put more and more attention to that. And then go about your life just like you did before. Again, one of our favorite quotes. We always say this. Before enlightenment, chop wood and carry water. After enlightenment, chop wood and carry water. it's not about outcome. It's about experiencing what you're living in a completely new and different way. And then and only then will you be ready for new experiences. Will you be ready for the expansion? When you experience your present reality in a new way because you have decided to be in balance, you have decided to align with the Creator, you have decided to make this unity happen, then you begin to experience a new reality on the outside. Then and only then. It isn't the other way around. It isn't that the reality brings this unity feeling. It's the other way around. So we encourage you to do that. We encourage you to pay attention to that, meditate, walk, do the practices. Let your life be about that. I promise you, if you make your life about money, you might attract and make a huge amount of money, but you will not change the state that you're in. If you make your life about power, you will produce situations and circumstances that will give you the idea of power, but you will not change your state of being. But when you change your state of being into this aligned state, all the other things must follow that are a vibrational match to that state. You've heard this before, but maybe, only maybe, you, like so many other people and so many of us, at one point in time got caught up in this whole idea of, I just want to really manifest things. Like, I'm going to feel really good when I have that red sports car in front of the house, and I'm going to feel really good when, and those are the things that opposite of what we want to inspire you to become and teach. It's authenticity, inspiration, alignment, balance, this being, and everything else follows kind of naturally. So that was a short and sweet message from us today. Let me go quickly through the comments and see what you guys are saying. It's been pretty quiet today. Let me see. Thank you for having me. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing this right. Lamise. It's a beautiful name. So thank you for having me. I'm appreciative of this opportunity and grateful for all of humanity. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining us. It's so good to have you. Siobhan says, efforting does not feel good, usually does not have a good outcome either. Yes, and we talked about many live streams ago. I think we talked about the difference between effort and discipline. Maybe we're going to bring that topic out again next week or so. Siobhan also says, my non-resistant connected thoughts are quite powerful, almost feels like magic. Boom. Exactly. That's a buzzer moment right there. Lindsay says, the word yoga means union. To unite the disparate aspects of ourselves. I should put on my glasses. We do this to reach samadhi, union with the divine. Yeah, and the ultimate samadhi is the ultimate union back into the divine state of all that is, right? The peaceful transition. So tribe, enjoy your Thanksgiving, even if in your country where you're at, might not be a tradition, but you can make it a tradition. It's of course, people make almost every holiday about food, even if it's the most non-food related holiday. Everything's about food holiday, especially in the States. It's a food holiday, but probably all around the planet. It's because preparing food and doing it together and then sitting around a table brings us together. And that's something to be really grateful for the togetherness, for the beautiful and very tasty foods, of course. And maybe put your attention, because that's a surefire way to get really aligned really fast. Put your attention on all the things you're grateful for, that you appreciate, on the gratitude feelings. Maybe call someone you haven't called in a while. Let them know you appreciate them. Let your loved ones know. Express yourself. If anything, it teaches us the state of unity, of union, to be in the present moment. And the present moment knows no fear. It knows no regrets. It simply is. And from that present moment, we can express our gratitude. So we want to say thank you for these months, almost a year now, that we've been together here, that we've been sharing so many moments of joy, of expansion. Thank you for everyone who's joined us for the courses. We have had an amazing year of courses this year. the Inspired 1, 2, and 3 courses, just absolute, even beyond our expectation expansion that we've seen. Same with the iMembership calls that we do every Wednesday now, every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. So it's happening tonight. If you want to jump on, if you want to join the iMembership, just send us an email or check out our website on inspiredchannel.net. It's $69 a month membership, and we meet every Wednesday night. Expansion, meditations, UC sessions, we answer questions, new practices, pure positive expansion forward, authentic expansion forward. And yeah, also we wanted to thank you all for your orders in the Inspired merch store that Kristin, lovingly created all the designs and takes care of, and does such an amazing, beautiful, inspired work there. Thank you for everyone who started with their Christmas shopping. Go check it out in the Inspired merch store. There is free shipping on all orders over $50. And if you do not, have the $50 amount, then you can still use another promo code until the end of the month. And that is, I'll put it here. It's Thanksgiving 10, right? Mm-hmm. So here's a promo code, THX Thanksgiving 10. If your order is under $50, then there's still ways to save with 10% off with that promo code in the Inspired merch store. Just use it. At any rate, Tribe, thank you so much for being with us. Happy Thanksgiving. We will not be here tomorrow. We'll have a full house, and we'll sit around a table, and we'll enjoy and eat and have a good old time and take a long walk to walk it off. But we'll be with you in our thoughts, in our hearts. And we invite you to enjoy this beautiful feast and to let the outside world be the outside world, and focus on your present experience and, contribute from that place. So Inspired Tribe, we love you. We appreciate you. We'll see you again Monday for those who are not with us on the iMembership call. Monday, 2 p.m. Central Standard, right here on the Inspired channel. Until then, be abundantly blessed. And if there are major events that require our attention, we will jump on a live stream and let you guys know. Sometimes things happen, and we want to chime in. We love you all. Appreciate you. See you soon.